What's up, everyone? Colonel Fats here, coming at you with episode 7 of the Fatty Fighters training series. In this episode, we'll be covering command grab characters, anti-air grabs, as well as ground grabs. Let's get started. Alright guys, now that we're in training mode, let's get started with our command grabs. First, what is a command grab? Well, it's best to differentiate it from the grab that every character has, which is the Dragon Rush, which is just, right bumper for me or light medium at the same time. Every character has it, and what I mean by grab, if you're really new to fighting games, grab is, it's unblockable. You can't block it, you have to jump it or backdash, get out of the way. You can't block it. So with the Dragon Rush, every character has access to this basic grab. So it's a pretty slow startup. Definitely get used to teching this, it's very important. But like I said, it can be teched. So these grabs, which if you look in your command list, I find it absolutely amazing that the special moves list in this game really sucks. They fixed a lot with Season 3, but they don't even tell you. Like his quarter circle back is a grab. Nope. It's a move. Like everyone has quarter circles. Like this is almost just pointless. Otherwise, then it tells you it's performable in the air. But yeah, these are both grabs, as well as his headbutt is also a grab. You think headbutt, Pokemon, he goes and hits him. Well, it's a grab, so it's ridiculous. But just to mention Broly's, she can't block that. And she's actually set to guard all right now. So if she could block, she would, but she can't. So I think first things first, learn your character and learn what their grabs are. Broly has so many. It's ridiculous. He has 3 ground grabs, which one of them is an EX grab, so he gets free combo off of. Grab characters are absolutely nuts in this game, in my opinion. And there's actually a surprising amount of them. When I was going through it, I was like, oh, he's got a grab. Oh, he's got a grab. Oh, wow. A lot of the cast has grabs. And then some of the cast has anti-air grabs as well. Broly's best of both worlds. He's got both. So does 21. It's as simple as it sounds. It will not grab an opponent on the ground, but if they're in the air, it will grab them. So works really well in neutral. We'll get to that as well, and we'll get to some mix-up. Another thing I wanted to mention, guys, is the reason we have Videl out here actually is some grabs don't hit crouching opponents. So it's very good to test that. Like I said, the command list doesn't really tell you shit, so you kind of got to lab everything out or just look it up online. That's probably easier. But lab it out yourself. Be a man. But if we switch to Videl here, her grab is quarter circle back, like medium. She gets to go, different versions of the same grab, but she can get combos, whatever. Now, what happens if I just set Broly to crouch? Okay, one funny thing. Sorry, I'm very easily amused, guys. I'm sorry. But if we set him down there, her grab just does not hit. It's actually the same thing with Vegeta, if I'm not mistaken. His grab will only hit standing opponents. But he can also do it in the air, so that's kind of where his schmicks game comes into hand. Like if they're crouching, it's just not going to hit. So that sucks. It's really good to know that. If you don't know that, you'll just throw it into your block strings or whatever, and you'll just be like, why is this not working? And also it's good to learn how you can combo off of it. So with his light version, it looks like it just gives a sliding. I'll be honest, I'm learning right now. I don't know Vegeta Blue at all. But it looks like it just gives you a knockdown. You can't get a vanish combo, so you can only super. And if you do the medium one, you also can't. And then they have different effects in the air, so it's really important to just test out your characters. Try to figure out, especially if you're learning grabs in particular, make your opponent crouch. Does it hit crouching? Does it hit jumping? Do they have time? All that. Now I'm going to quick demonstrate a few little combos that I know of. I use Broly and obviously 21 a lot, so they have specific ways that they can combo off of their stuff. Like we just tested with Vegeta, he can't vanish off of his, but Broly's, he keeps them airborne rather than slamming them down, so he can get a vanish and combo like so, and then go to town. Broly combos are so easy. 21 as well. Now we can see a huge difference in how the characters work. She can get 2 grabs in her strings, and then they combo as well. So it's really good to learn your characters. There's just so conveniently 2 guides on these very characters out there on ColonelFan69 YouTube. So check those out. But every character is different. Just a fun quick mention. 21, another important reason why you gotta lab everything, is her stolen command grab does not hit grounded opponents, but her quarter circle forward grab will. So there's a lot of things to test out, a lot of ways to combo. Every character is really different, as you saw. So it's really good to test out. Another special thing, I'm just briefly mentioning these. These are really more character specific than just like the basics that this guide's trying to teach you. But like Broly, I think, is the scariest ground grab in the game, because let's just set Vegeta here real quick to punch. Like watch what happens when I just hold medium. Oh, he can only block 1, it seems. But if I keep my distance, he blocks it with hyper armor. So he has a hyper armor grab. So you can't even attack him out of it if he uses this in like block string, because he will go through your first attack, and likely enough, well, unless you're lighting perfectly timed, he's gonna sneak that grab in on you. So definitely good to look up the specifics behind your character, and figure out how to combo and how to utilize these. Like, I'm going to show you how to land the grab, but it's kind of up to you guys to combo the grab. You know, I mean, if you just do a grab, cool. That did damage, but isn't it much cooler to do something like this? Hang on. I don't know this Broly that much. Hang on. Why is that not working? I know he can do it.
A few moments later.
Did they change it? No. See, I told you he could do it, guys. I told you he could do it. Bam! Learn your characters, learn the combos. I'm not that Broly main, I'm this Broly main. Much easier combo, in my opinion. I'm also just very used to it, so... And look, he gets his grabs and his combos. Grab characters are so fun, guys. Alright, let's get on to actually using this shit and learning it. Alright, guys, so let's get started actually applying how we can actually land these on our opponents. And to do that, typically you win the neutral and then you get your opponent in block strings. So then they start just blocking all over the place, and then it's kind of a guessing game. But there's some key points where you would want to throw this grab. But I actually want to touch on first is to don't throw it in the same spot every time. Like, if your opponent's actually content with blocking, you know, throw it late. It's always good to just throw it out. Especially earlier the better in a match. Like, I'm jumping all over the place, but the earlier the better in a match to mess with your opponent. Because once you use it like once, like I would almost say the first time you get him in block string, just hit him twice and then do the grab. Even if they jump it or they punish you, you just got a hell of a lot of data. 1, they're trying to jump your grab because they're afraid because Broly's fucking scary. Or 2, they get really good reactions when they saw your grab coming. And you could have also hit him. So now then if you hit him as well, then you get damage, and now they're scared. So now they're going to start jumping. Either way, you kind of want to instill that fear that grab is there. Most characters see Broly and they already know it, but you want to make sure they know that you know it. You know you're going to drop that grab on him. So it's almost this, you almost on the first punch even, get that grab off. Now he's scared. Now what are you going to do? Well, next is where I'd say the prime spot is to put the grab in any combo, is the transition between light to medium. Because there's a huge mix-up. It works so well, especially in the corner, because if they try to predict your grab and they hold jump, they get blown up by the 2M if you don't do the grab. So here's what I'm talking about. We're gonna set Vegeta Blue here to just jump after he's, you know, block string. So he gets scared and then he jumps. So if we throw the grab after the second light, he jumps it. Good for him. That's fine. But say instead Instead of also doing the full string like that, you see how he jumped after the medium? We want to purposely leave a gap between the light and the medium. That way, it gives him his chance to input that jump, but it doesn't give him chance to actually do it. You catch him jumping, essentially. So how it looks is we delay the medium. So now he's going to try and jump, and now he gets hit, and now we get full combo. And if it, Broly, oh man, if you got the damage, this son's dead. If you got the meter, and the damage, he's dead with a 2M starter. So light into the 2M, because then you get your second 2M to continue the combo. It's a nutso spot. And then also, if you see that your opponent is jumping a lot, now this is kind of Broly specific, and also I would recommend just delay into the 2M is better than this. But if you think your opponent's going to jump, or you can even react and see them jump, do his anti-air grab. And especially in the corner, if you did it too early, it won't work. But wait for it and then react to it, and then bam, you get a combo in the corner. Boom. So that's kind of my advice in terms of using it in block strings. Never use it in the same place. And a really good spot is in between your lights. Like, I think stagger pressure is huge in this game, but it's extra huge with grab characters. Because especially with this Broly, you can't punch him out of it. Like, unless you're super fast reaction and you punch like light like we saw earlier with Vegeta Blue, you're not gonna win. Broly is just too staggery. Oh man. It's also good to lab this shit, because obviously if you stagger too much and they have a perfect jump, you're golden. And you can stagger up to the heavy, you can stagger anywhere, and if they're trying to jump out, they're getting hit. And that's really good. Alright guys, the last part of the video, we're going to be talking about anti-air grabs. Now, I use this with 21 a lot. Anti-air grabs are really good in the neutral, I'd say. I think they're even better for setups. They really punish up-techers very, very badly. But in the neutral, it can be effective. I'd say it's not actually that effective against a super dash. It can be, but I feel like if you can react and do an anti-air grab on a super dash, why not just 2H it for more damage? That seems way better, in my opinion. But it can be used in the neutral, especially, with an assist. Throw it out. 21's, she gets really good range, so she can cross people up with it. So there's definitely its use in the neutral for sure. But I think a big tip that I want to show you is to punish up-techers. I've already got Vegeta here set to up-tech. So what you can do is, a lot of people who up-tech, they'll also they're almost afraid to land. They're like, you just hit me with the combo. I don't want to get comboed again. So they want to jump and try to stall their land as much as possible. Well, the anti-air grab is the perfect punishment for that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a quick little combo and just show you what I'm talking about. 21 unfortunately cannot get a hard knockdown. I'm like, what's the best way to get a hard knockdown with 21? I guess maybe this. There we go. So we get a hard knockdown. So now he's going to jump. And then we punish. So think about it. It's hard to really get the computer to do it exactly, because you can really only give him one counter attack input. I really want him to double jump here. He just up recovers. But essentially that Vegeta Blue is going to up recover. So he stays in the air. And then he'll probably jump. And basically the gimmick is you jump and anti-air grab him. Because all he can really do in that scenario is air super, air DP, or vanish. Otherwise, the grab's going to hit. He can't just suction down I guess adult Gohan maybe could do that. But really, he's stuck in the air. He used his jump. He can't jump out of it. He could maybe super dash. I'm not exactly sure. Usually, I get blown up by this, to be completely honest. I think it's air super dash, air DP, air super, or vanish is how you get out of that, which really they're not expecting it, because you can go really fast up in that corner and grab them, and you get another free combo. I mean, you usually lose your assist with 21, at least sometimes I do, so it's not necessarily for free combo. You'll have to spend either half a bar or full bar to get more damage off of just a grab and a slam down. But nonetheless, it's a very good mix-up tool. Again, it's kind of hard to show in training, but it's really get a hard knockdown, and then if they're up-teching a lot, or even if they're not, like, if we just do this, and then he up-techs, well, he just, like, down-tech there. Well, I did the slam as well. Here. So if we do this, and he up-techs like that, and then they jump again, you see how he didn't jump? But if he jumped, he jumps right into that. So normally my defense, just to give a little defensive measure here, in terms of that specific mix, down tech, don't up tech. If you just start getting schmicks like I was by 16, I panic. I normally panic. I get scared. I'm getting dunked all over the place. What I end up resorting to is down teching. Zap yourself to the ground. Don't jump. He's gonna mix you. The only thing you do, like I said, is vanish or level 3 or something. But you're pretty much stuck there. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, Super Dash I don't think works. Yeah, because let's just grab the Super Dash right out the air. So really, Vanish DP or level Super in the air, or a move is really, an air move is all you can really do. But she comes from the bottom of them up into them. So it's like most air moves go across rather than down. I'm all over the hand gestures today, guys. But yeah. It's just an insanely good mix-up. And if you got it, you got it. One other thing, I was just like, I'm missing something in this description. What am I missing? And, yeah, anti-airs are unique. So 21's, obviously, she just propels herself from the ground. I'd say hers is better than Broly's. Broly's, you have to do a tough move. I haven't played this Broly that much, but it's basically you jump and then do his quarter circle back input immediately. You want to get that shit as close to the ground as you can. I know that's a nutso mix, but oh man, that's tough. Because you have to go, at least I'm playing on controller. I can see it being easier on a fight stick, but going from up immediately to down quarter circle left is kind of tricky. So the lower the better, and you can get some pretty nasty grabs with him as well. Does not work as well with this Broly, just to mention my full team I got here right now, as they jump kind of out of it. He doesn't get that hopping upward property that 21 or Broly get. So actually, just to actually not throw it off the grab seat for a second, do 2L instead in that specific scenario. That's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Fatty Fighters training series. I hope you guys learn how to use those grab characters effectively. As you saw in the intro, there is quite a lot of them with ground grabs, and that was not even all of them because I specifically left out Vegeta, Videl, characters with grabs that don't hit on the crouching opponents as well. I mean, there's just so many grabs in the game. There's a lot, and there's crazy mix-ups. One thing to emphasize, just to go over the main points, use the grab early. Get them scared, mix up where you place it, delay your strings, hit them with the big punish, and then anti-air mix-up on your hard knockdowns. That's going to be it for me. Stay classy. Have a good one. We'll see you for the next video. Like and subscribe. Peace.